This exercise reads, a box contains 9 cards numbered 1 to 9. A card is drawn at random and not replaced. It's noted whether the number is odd or even. Then the second card is drawn and it's also noted whether this number is odd or even. Part A says draw a tree diagram to represent this experiment. So as you can see, the key words here are going to be this, not replaced, okay? Because this is going to change our probabilities. So let's start drawing the tree diagram. So we start with 2 possibilities. Now, as the exercise says, we note whether the number is odd or even. So those are going to be our 2 possibilities. The card we draw is either going to be odd or it's going to be even. Okay? And then it says a second card is drawn. It's also noted whether this number is odd or even. So after that, we have to go one more time. And it's also going to either be odd or even for both cases. Okay. Now let's try and find out the probabilities for each event happening. Now, the box contains 9 cards numbered 1 to 9. So let's see how many are odd and how many are even. So we know that the odd ones are going to be 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And the even are going to be 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, so in total we have 9 cards, and we have 5 odd and 4 even. Therefore, when we first draw a card, the probability of the card being odd is going to be 5, because there's 5 odd cards, over the total amount of cards, which is 9. For the even, same thing, right? There's 4 even out of 9 cards in total. So this is our starting probability, okay? But now is where the most important part comes. Now bear in mind that when the card is drawn, it's not replaced. So for instance, if we draw an odd card, we now have 1 less card in total, so 8 cards. And because we drew an odd card, we also have 1 less odd. Therefore, the probability of getting an odd card after getting a first one is going to be, so out of 8, first of all, because there's 1 less card. And because we drew an odd card, there's going to be 4 rather than 5. So 4 over 8, which is also 1/2. What about even? So again, we have 1 less card, so out of 8. However, we haven't drawn an even card, therefore there's still 4, okay? So 4 out of 8 as well, which is equal to 1/2. Okay, so what if we draw an even card first? So again, out of 8, but the number of odd cards stays the same, okay? So 5. And then for even, we have out of 8, and then we had 4 before. Because we drew 1 and we don't replace it, we have 3 left rather than 4. And so this is our tree diagram drawn, okay? Part B says find the probability that both cards drawn are even, okay? So this means that we're trying to find out the probability of even and then even. So even, okay? Now, as you can see in the tree diagram, there's only one path that allows for this. And this is the bottom one. So when we get an even card first and then an even card second, that's the only possibility for this. Therefore, we need to do the probability of getting an even card first. So 4 out of 9. Times the probability of getting an even card again. So 3 out of 8. Okay? And this would give us 12 out of 72. 12 over 72. And if you simplify fully, you should get 1 over 6. Excellent. Now what about part C? Part C says find the probability that one card is odd and the other card is even. Okay. So as you can see, there's multiple possibilities here. So we only need 1 odd and 1 even. It doesn't say in which order. Okay. So this means that we can either have first odd then even, but we can also have even and then odd. Okay. So these are the two possibilities. So now let's find out the probabilities for that. So first odd and then even, as you can see, is first we come here and then even. So this is going to be 5/9 times 1/2. And then the probability of getting even and then odd is 4/9, if we look at the tree diagram, times getting an odd card, which is 5/8. Okay? And so then we need to add these up. Okay? These two events. Okay? Add. Okay. So the first one, the probability of getting an odd and then an even. Actually, let me write this down like this. So this is going to be 5/18. And then this is going to be 20/72. But if we simplify, we get 5/18 as well. And then if we add these up, so 5/18 plus 5/18, we get 10/18. And if we simplify, we get 5/9. Okay? And so this is the probability that one card is odd and the other card is even. Now let me know down in the comments if this makes sense. Otherwise I can help you out.